welcome to the second episode of the Indie Giant Podcast. My name is Devin.
And I'm a ginger in a flannel.
I can't brief you on the topics we're talking about today because even we don't know.
I was thinking, because it actually came up several times, and ironically enough, I actually went and bought this outfit. So, which it's all new stuff, but it's like plain. Male fashion blows. Am I right? Like, it's not that it's bad, but it's so incredibly plain.
Yeah.
Like,
I get you, because all that we really have are either like V-cut shirts, or shirts with collars, or shirts with pictures on them.
And then this is the most like classic. It's the undershirt overshirt thing with the rolled up sleeves.
For the audio listeners, he's wearing a flannel.
I'm wearing a flannel.
But yeah, I get it. That's I actually, funny enough, me and my coworker Jake were talking recently about. Well, it was probably a few months ago about like male dresses. The idea of male dresses. If given that the stigma weren't there anymore, I mean, kilts are a thing, and those are male skirts.
Yeah. But there's like a sense of manliness around a kilt, like even
that because it's been
built that way. So
sure.
Like, because I mean, you got to think what the purpose of a dress is though first, right? A dress it's to be tight fitting and to make you look curvy, right? Usually, not all dresses, right. But they do that like that separation, you know, between the legs, betwixt the legs and the torso, sure. That give like a definition that is more feminine, whereas the guys are usually blocky or bigger, wider,
sure.
You know.
Yeah, but I'm sure that there is a design that somebody can come up with that would be fitting for needs.
It's definitely not the male. I can't remember. It's like the full suit thing. Girls wore it like 2013, 2014.
Pantsuit?
No, it's like a one piece. I don't know what it's called.
No, I got it.
It's like right there, right?
It's not the clapper, but that's what popped into my head.
It's like a jumper. It's a guy version of that, and it was bad.
No, what are you talking about? Male jumpers were sick.
Oh, they were
sick as frick. You put a belt on that?
That's gross.
Nope.
There's a reason they didn't last very long.
I would have. If I had money, I would have.
I wouldn't have.
Actually, never. I probably wouldn't have. I would have fatty. I've lost 5 pounds.
I need to lose 5 pounds.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Indie Giant Podcast, where I talk about my weight loss.
Again.
I lost 5 pounds. I'm 195 without any clothes on, 200 even with any amount of clothes on. Any amount of clothes on. The idea was... I'm
wearing 5-pound underwear right now.
The idea behind that was I would put on 600 jackets and I would still weigh 200 pounds, but
I mean, there's...
It's just funny to me.
There's a way.
Oh, that'd be a fun video.
We can do that.
I'll put on all of my shirts.
Oh my god. We'll go to, like, Goodwill.
Yeah.
We'll just buy as many shirts as we possibly can.
This is a Goodwill shirt.
That is a Goodwill shirt. That looks like something that my uncle would wear.
This is an absolute bop of a shirt, by the way.
I like sweaters like that, but I don't wear sweaters like that.
You don't wear them till you wear them, dude. Man, for real. I'll be honest with you, 100%. I didn't wear these until I wore this one. I was like, Hannah, does this look okay? Like, because I just sort of like pulled it out, and she was like, yeah, that looks good. You should try it. And then I did, and now I wear it.
Yeah,
but I have like 3 of these now.
I swear to you though, like my uncle had that exact sweater.
Might be his.
It's like from the early 2000s. I swear he has that exact sweater.
I'm saying, feel free to step outside of your boundaries.
Yeah, or don't. I mean,
no, shut up. Do it, because seriously, this is not what I would have considered fashion, and now I wear this any chance I get. it's comfortable. It's loose fitting.
What is it? Is it the combination of it looking good and it's comfortable, or is it one or the other though?
Yes, it's both.
Okay.
Because on top of this, if I throw on, because I've got a fake gold chain, not to look cool or whatever, because I got it as a kid from my uncle as a gift. He was like, "Here, have this," and I was like, "Cool, thanks." If I put that on top and these glasses that I have, I look so good. So yeah, and I mean, it works with anything. It works with the jeans that I have on now, and it works with a pair of gray sweatpants if I need it to. Go to Goodwill and get a sweater 2 sizes too large. And I know it's like, oh, gee, I could just do that with the sweatshirt or a hoodie.
Yeah.
Because it works. Because it has designs.
It's kind of like a poncho. It's like a poncho sweatshirt.
And I mean, like, it's not form fitting, which is great.
Also makes it cozy.
Billowy.
It's weird that anything that makes you feel like you're wearing a potato sack, like a burlap bag, not like the texture, but like it's oversized and doesn't feel like it's meant to be clothes.
Right.
Is the most damn comfy thing I've ever worn.
100%.
Like,
I've noticed a lot lately. Welcome to the Indie Giant podcast, where this episode we talk about clothes.
I like the one where they talk about clothes for a long time.
Hey, Jeff, have you seen the one where they talk about clothes for 65 minutes?
Yeah, that's my favorite. How dare you?
It was a one, wasn't it?
That's my favorite.
I really like any sort of big collars.
Yeah.
And like big cuffs.
Cuffs. Yes.
That's really nice. I like that a lot.
I don't see, and I do the sleeves rolled up. Like, it doesn't matter what long sleeve shirt it is. Sleeves rolled up.
They're either up here, they're either up all the way, or I have to pull them like halfway past my thumb. So I'm either a businessman who has just given a rousing speech, or I'm Ariana Grande.
I don't know what to say to that. The other thing I wanted to talk about that I was thinking about, I saw a TikTok.
Yes.
That was,
TikTok.
It was a TikTok that was literally this guy like crapping on the new Pokemon game.
Sure.
And there's a lot of reasons why this guy is wrong, and because he was treating it what almost sounded like he's like, oh, they don't have all of the Pokemon, right? Like, they don't have all of them. Like, yeah, but like, could you imagine there's 8 generations of Pokemon?
Catching 600 and
the
something Pokemon.
The line for the game is gotta catch them all, and you gotta there's 400. Right. That's first, second, third, and some new, like, or it's a mix of really just everything.
Yeah, imagine trying to catch all of them.
And then he said something about the animations. Like, the battle animations they've always been simple.
Yeah, the same as always.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, TikTok's crapping on stuff seems to be a trend lately, and it's pissing me off. Because I'm about to get heated. I saw one about... there's just a lot of TikToks making fun of Gary Vee because he posts... I have to make a couple corrections to last week's podcast. Gary Vee is from New Jersey. He actually moved here from a place in like outside of Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An area
yes.
in there. He's from New Jersey. He's not...
From America, yeah.
Right, he's not from America. He's not from New York. I said he was from New York last week. He's not. I felt like I had to correct myself, and I've been thinking about that all week. Yeah, because I listened to it back, and I was like, that's not true. There are people that will be like, he sucks. He gives kids like 50 cents for their stuffed animals, but if they're running a lemonade stand, he'll give them $1,000, which are like two extremes. Like, very far beyond what he actually does. Like, he'll pay $20 for a glass of lemonade out of a lemonade stand that an 8-year-old's running because it's a nice gesture and it's helping push maybe that kid does end up wanting to be an entrepreneur later on. He's like, when I ran that lemonade stand, I made a ton of money because somebody decided to be cool. And then of course, when you buy stuffed animals for $1 at a garage sale and go on eBay and flip them for $35 a piece, that's a side hustle that anyone can do.
Yeah.
He's not like, look what I could do because I'm smart.
That's a one-time sell that you're selling, that one animal for $35. Yeah, that's not a consistent product. Lemonade, you can keep producing and making lemonade and making money off of lemonade. Air quotes, but...
Right. Replace lemonade with anything that you want, really.
When life hands you lemons, go make $1 million company.
But yeah, like, I literally, like, I've had to make 2, like, react to or duet TikToks where I'm just like, that's wrong. You're wrong. That's wrong. Because people are, I guess ignorant is the word. It's harsh. It's a harsh word, but it's true. Because if... Go ahead.
I do this thing, right, where I don't... And I'm human. I've done it before, where I've judged something.
Right.
Judge the book by its cover, even though that's why books have covers. But,
So, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off again. The Game Grumps did a 10-minute power hour where they talked about, his name's something Tingle? Rick Tingle? Something like that. It's like brand new. It came out today.
That's why.
It's erotic fiction books.
Oh, no.
It's more erotic fiction books. They did a second one. One of the titles to the book was Pounded in My Ass by My Own Ass. And then there was a sequel to that one called Pounded in My Ass by My Book, Pounded in My Ass by My Own Ass.
You're telling me that your own ass wrote a book, then the book of your own ass also wrote the sequel to the first book. I have this really funny image of this dude just holding a pin between his butt cheeks, and it's just like just pressing a ham against a table, writing on a piece of paper with his butt cheeks.
Oh, but yeah, that popped in my head when you said that, and it was just like, I had to get it out. That was the funniest piece of YouTube content I've seen in like the last week. But yeah, a lot of people will judge the book by its cover, and
it's that thing where, because a lot of people do this with politics, especially. With politics, especially, and which I'm not really into politics or whatever. I care, but I don't.
Right.
So like, there are people that I've seen like the videos of people that are like, "Why don't you like Donald Trump?"
Right.
And they're like, "I just don't like him." Okay, but usually when you don't like someone, you have to have a reason for not liking them, and they like half of the videos they can't answer. There's that 2 or 3 people that are like, right. I just don't like him. Okay, but why? And it's nice to have all of the information so that you can go, Trump's not a good guy, or Trump's not so bad. Like, segue into films for a moment, if you don't mind. I love films. I haven't seen everything. There'll be a lot of movies. Have you seen this movie? It's fantastic. No, I haven't seen it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in high school, I took a film literature class and like fell in love with it. So, by a high school standard of film literacy, I kind of pick things apart in movies and kind of look at different things. Also, my aunt is a film literature teacher. I hate the new Star Wars movies.
You were in the vast majority, my friend.
And I am a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
The bad stool again?
I just wanted I wanted desperately to get my leg up here. And
okay. But yeah, so the Star Wars movies are not good.
It's I think part of it is because the filmmakers that are making those films have not delved into the lore that they need to.
There's the meme going around, right? Of whoever George Lucas put in charge of LucasArts. I don't remember her name now, but I can't put it off the top of my head. But she put out a post that said, it's hard to write a Star Wars movie when you don't have any source material.
Yeah.
Every Star Wars fan goes, you mean all of the things you said that aren't canon.
Yeah.
Granted, I will admit there's some weird, at the time, that is now Legends canonical stuff.
But you can just be like, okay, this is all canon. Here's what we're picking from.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, none of this exists.
Like,
I hate it all.
And you could very well still add, like, it doesn't even...
Right.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter, really, if it's canon when you think about it.
You know,
but is it cool? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I love the whole universe, You
know what's good Star Wars? The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian is
now on Disney
phenomenal.
Plus. That's right.
We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored by Disney
Plus. I was really hoping I could really get through that. Mandalorian is really good. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
It is really good. If you like Westerns, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, like space Western kind of movies, that is the movie for you.
3 is just...
I still need to watch episode 3.
We're going to watch it after this podcast. For work.
But back to the main Star Wars movies for a minute, like the whole thing, and I even watched a video on it, and it just confirmed everything that I thought about the movies is, you know what makes the movies bad? Not the cinematography, not the music, not the slightly discolored lightsaber. It's Rey as a character. She's a Mary Sue. She's a Mary Sue character.
It just blows my mind that we spent 2 Star Wars movies going, who is she? Where's she from?
And
who are her parents?
That's because they focused only on the fact that she was alone and nothing else. That's her only character plot, that.
And then literally through Kylo Ren, we all found out, she's just some dude.
Yeah, she's just some chick,
like, cool,
that's apparently so powerful that a fully trained stormtrooper suddenly does not know how to fight when she exists around him in a space. Because the thing about a Mary Sue character, right, is it bends to the will of that character. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. If that character exists, it will bend to the will of that character being just awesome.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I where did I read this? I read somewhere recently that obviously the Stormtroopers in, what was it, 1, 2, and 3? No, 4, 5, and 6. Mm-hmm. So wouldn't actually shoot to kill.
Yeah.
Because those are high value targets that needed to be captured rather than killed. That's why they
and the scenes you're talking about in particular are any on the Death Star.
Right.
Right? Because they're not, like, you know how many stormtroopers are on the Death Star? Like, they could have just all shot them, aimed at the exact same spot and shot them, and they would be dead. But it was probably something along the lines of, whoever wanted to capture whoever, Darth Vader wanted to capture whoever, or.
And then there's also a chance, because we saw Kylo physically stop a laser beam. There's a chance that they can sort of just with their brain go, no, shoot it over there.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that way, that the Stormtroopers are bad at their jobs, even when they look incredibly badass in other things.
Well, because you got to think in, like, the Battle of Endor, that last movie. There's a battle in, like, a forest where a lot of stormtroopers shoot rebels, and they actually land shots and they die. Like, but any scene in the Death Star where there's blaster bolts at the main characters, they don't land for obvious reasons. Yeah. Plot armor.
Both plot armor.
Plot armor, but also they have a way of explaining that away. Whereas, everything that happens in the new movies is
because it's cool.
Because it's cool. Like, think. Okay, Kylo Ren's moody, but he's not a Mary Sue, right? Yeah. He has a backstory. They tell you he trained with Luke. I'm not gonna. They tell you who he is, why, how he got trained, whatever. Rey exists. She exists, and I'm serious, and that's it.
Immediately, gravitated towards by all of the main characters past.
Yeah. She makes Han Solo dumb. She makes a fully trained stormtrooper not trained. I'm trying to think of a couple other good examples. I could talk about this all day. I could talk about this all day. We need to probably find out.
But yeah, movies these days will both not make sense just because it's cool and give you everything that you need to know about the movie in the second preview.
Yeah.
That's why I literally, ever since late 2015, I watched the first preview to a movie, mm-hmm. and then if I like it, good, I'll see the movie, and I won't look at any other previews. If I don't like it, I'll look at the previews till I go, okay. And if I don't do that, I won't see the movie. Because that's just...
The worst, and still the worst about it, is American horror films.
Sure.
They've always spoiled everything about the plot.
Well, there's
immediately.
I guess that sort of makes sense at some level, because it's hard to tell a story about one dude killing a bunch of dudes. And making it interesting in a way that people go, I don't want to be scared by that. I'll spend $10 and 2 hours.
Slasher horror is really, really bad about going, here's the killer, here's what he looks like, here's the people he's trying to kill, right. Here's one person that he killed that we're going to show you die in the preview. Part of me, I feel like I conflate. I hope I'm using that word right. Horror and slasher. And I feel in my head, that's one thing. That is one thing.
Hold on. And then, horror monster movies are a completely separate genre.
Yeah.
That's what I think in my head.
Get that subgenre on anything, if you slapped indie, it's an indie movie, it could literally be anything.
Right.
But once you start adding those subgenres on, they should become something almost totally different. If it's psychological horror, it should be kind of trippy, super crazy, but in a really scary way.
Yeah. Another cool thing. So CM Punk, welcome to the New GI podcast episode 2, where I get to talk about professional wrestling. CM Punk came back to the WWE. So, oh man, people that watch this won't care. CM Punk came back to the WWE. It was super cool. I got a huge pop out of it. He's starring in a horror film called The Girl on the Third Floor. Guy moves into a house. He's fixing it up. As he's fixing it up, he realizes the house is haunted. It's a real cool sort of idea, because he'll punch a hole in a wall with a sledgehammer, and then there's a face behind it, or something like that. It's cool.
That's a cool idea.
And I want to see it. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I want to see it soon, because it's CM Punk. More than because it's horror. Horror is definitely not my favorite genre, but CM Punk is one of my favorite people. So,
speaking of haunted houses,
yes,
my house may or may not have confirmed it as haunted.
Yeah,
not 100% sure. So, in my bathroom, right, I have a small bathroom, and it collects moisture. It's I have an old house, and it's prone to getting mold on the walls. Easy cleanup, whatever.
Yeah.
So leave the exhaust fan on, crack the door open to my bathroom, leave for work. It's open all day. I come home and I walk across my living room and I sit down on my chair, and I can hear the door audibly close, and I can see my bathroom door walking across my living room. So I can see that it is cracked open. I know for a fact it was cracked open. I sit down on my chair. About 5 minutes passes, and I hear it just close.
Great.
And I'm like, what? Why? Okay. I'm chalking it up to the heater kicking on, but if it did it in that instance, why hadn't it have done it? Wow, I could speak. Why hasn't it done it sooner?
Right.
Like during the day?
Yeah.
Spooky.
I don't know. Keep an eye out.
Might have to do a paranormal investigation of my house.
Call Shane and Ryan in. God, that's my favorite YouTube show. I hate paranormal shows because they've gotten to a point where they're just both extremely goofy and extremely fake. Yeah. And Shane Madej and Ryan Bergara, hats off to you guys. Because you keep it as real as you can. Dude, I don't know if you've seen what I'm talking about, but it's my favorite ghost show. It's so
What
good.
is it?
It's the only good thing that BuzzFeed has ever made, ever.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I still don't really care for it.
It's awesome. It's my favorite thing. I hate BuzzFeed. Fuck you, BuzzFeed. Except Shane and Ryan.
And that one show.
Team and the show. It is literally one of my favorite YouTube shows. I will go out of my way to watch any new episode that comes out. But like, they did an investigation of another YouTuber's house, that was also like a friend of theirs, and like, and even brought in a like a psychic or whatever. Mm-hmm. They had all the equipment, and it was like, a demon. But of course, there's Shane who's going, it's not a demon. You guys are dumb.
Now, well, here's the thing though, right? Like, if it is haunted, right? It could, like, so I had some repair work done on the wall.
Sure.
Our good friend, Jeremy.
Yes.
His dad came and patched a spot on our wall.
That's cool.
In the room that Jeremy was sleeping in, just because he wanted to help out and, a little bit. Which I appreciate that a lot. That is super awesome, and I really like their parents. But besides the point, he got in there, was looking around at like the boards. They're super old. Like, yeah. I mean, the frame for that house is ancient. They have like square nails.
Oh,
which
cool.
Which he said something like would be like 1930s or something. I think.
Yeah, old.
I'll have to look it up, but at some time. But yeah, like, so that could be like any number, on that old farmhouse.
Yeah, that's weird. Because you never really think about how old a house is. The house that we're recording in now is from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it feels as modern as it can be. Aside from the rug, which is, a little matted down just because it's old, it's got dirt in it. But yeah, houses are cool and old most of the time. Welcome to my TED Talk, where I talk about old houses.
I like the ones where they talk about houses for a long time.
Oh, dude. I gotta tell you, we've got a great list of guests coming up. I've got Austin, my coworker. Oh my god, it's Austin, his coworker. He makes music, which is awesome.
He does?
Yes. He's a rapper. And
spicy.
And his stuff's actually good. Then we've got Alex, my friend.
Our friend.
And his friend also.
Our childhood friend at that.
Yeah, so we'll have a lot to talk about there. He also makes music. And I've got a third music maker, who is another rapper, who has produced and put out 2 albums. His 2 albums? I think it's 1 album and what is it called, a single?
Yeah. So yeah. Just like 1 song.
Yeah. And then his new album's coming out later this year. He's really cool, and I'm hoping I can get him on too. So the next few weeks should be spicy.
I'm excited. I'm excited to get more people.
I don't know how we're gonna figure this out.
We'll figure something out.
But
we'll figure something out.
I was thinking about actually moving it into what I'm calling the office.
I thought about that today. I don't know why you hadn't moved it in there sooner.
You can shut the closet doors and do it in front of there.
Yeah.
But I don't, because I just want to lug stuff in there and then blow it back out. That's the biggest issue. I think we can get a separate set of furniture.
We need another table.
Yes.
We need like a...
What I do is there's usually a couch that's right here where we are now. I move that couch all the way across the living room. Then there's the desk. And then in front of it is stuff that I didn't quite need to move. And then I've moved another one of the tables there so I could put a lamp here and a light there. That's why we're actually properly lit today. It's just a lot of work to do, and having a separate set of furniture in that other room completely set up would be fantastic.
I mean, that's how I have things set up in my house. Everything is... Granted, I live in a 3-bedroom house by myself, so I have tons of space, but I have dedicated rooms for things.
Yeah.
Like guitars.
Yeah, your music room's always popping. Like, no matter where, even before Jeremy moved in at your old apartment, your music room was popping in there, so... Brendon's a musician.
I'm mediocre at best, but I try.
Oh God, it's winding down, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, stay tuned because we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We're probably gonna have a few different setup here in the next couple episodes. Hopefully, figuring out a few different camera angles for the setup. Moving it into a different room. Hopefully, there's a little less echo. I didn't notice anything too bad in the last recording, but I don't know. I didn't listen to it with headphones, So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff cooking up. Hopefully we can pull stuff off of this podcast and make it into content for Twitter and TikTok and stuff like that, and push more people towards this because I feel like we've got something good.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. My name's Devin.
I'm Brendon.
And this has been the Indie Podcast. Yeah. But this is the Indie Giant Podcast.
Indie Giant Podcast.
Love you guys. Spend your week doing something cool. Because the world needs cool shit.
Happy late Thanksgiving.
Happy late Thanksgiving. We didn't talk about it.
No,
I went to 3 of them. It was bad. Love you guys. Have a good one.
See ya.